Hey everyone, welcome to another Gilcast episode. Part 4, or episode 4. Episode part, pretty much the same thing. It's a long running series in the game of life.
Yes.
Chaz is with me this time. I
Hello.
figured it was a good person to bring in here because the subject today is Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, as
Ding
the song
dong
goes.
ding.
I've heard that song like 20 times.
I've been watching a whole bunch of Christmas movies, just binge watching them, because I like Christmas.
I like Christmas too, but
Uh,
I've been really swamped with work, so I haven't had a lot of time to, be jolly and holly and
yeah.
whatnot.
No, I absolutely know exactly what you mean. For my job, it's really busy, and
Oh yeah.
also the normal person, it would probably ruin Christmas for them permanently, but for me, I managed to learn how to separate both my job and Christmas, so I keep them separated.
You have some experience with that. Like right now, I guess this is like the most busy Christmas ever had, actually.
For me, it's kind of the exact opposite. It's been one of the most chill Christmases I've ever experienced.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is good because even it's still hectic. Don't get me wrong. It's still pretty batshit crazy, but at the same time, it's not as bad as it has been. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It has been pretty insane. I've seen it get really crazy.
Well, that's good. See that sounds pretty pretty. What's the outlook? Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. So I got a couple things. First off, Chaz, you might be disappointed, but I apparently don't know the term dapper. I misused
Dapper?
it. Yeah, I
How
thought it
did
was
you
so-
misuse it?
I thought it was something negative. Turns out it's the exact opposite.
No, no, no. Dapper's good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was the exact opposite.
Oh.
So I apparently failed on so many accounts.
Well, I mean, it's not a huge fail. You decided to correct yourself, and you turned that miscommunication into a learning experience, which is always good.
Yeah, outside the YouTube video, I used it. By the way, link to my original channel in the description, and also at the end of this, there'll be a little thing that you can click on and go to that. That's gonna be out tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool, cool. Wait, tomorrow as in when this is uploaded, or tomorrow as in tomorrow as like,
No, Christmas
Okay,
Day, Christmas.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
because this is Christmas Eve today. Santa's coming to
Yeah.
town, so you better watch
Ooh,
out. You better
you
not
better not
cry.
cry.
You better not pout.
I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town. I should probably
I'm coming
explain.
to town.
Uh, so at the very beginning, I said I can't get too crazy. I'm a sickly kid, as I was saying, dealing with an
Yeah.
upper respiratory infection that
Yes.
just
Ooh, that
won't
sounds
go
bad.
away. It's not. It's pretty common. So it's not like it's like, oh my god, Gildum's dying, but at the same time, it's pretty chronic, and I think that's a little unusual because uh, I don't know. I went to the hospital twice.
You went to the hospital?
Yeah, well,
Ooh, that really doesn't sound
you,
good.
you gotta understand. It's not that the first time it wasn't that like it was really bad. It was just that all in November it wasn't going away. I was dealing with it. I wasn't feeling any worse, but I wasn't feeling any better, and so I'm just like, well, I should probably check this out to make sure I'm not like heading down a really bad like health path.
Yeah,
Making sure my physical health is decent to say the least.
yeah, I get
And
you.
yeah, yeah. So December 2nd, decided to just make an appointment. Got in. The doctor took a look at me, did like a checklist, checked my vitals. The usual dance, song
Song
and
and
dance.
dance. Yeah.
Yeah, the usual song and dance. And yeah, it just diagnosed me with an upper respiratory infection. Said it was viral, so they couldn't give me any sort of antibiotic.
Oh,
Because
yeah, because they fight that.
if you don't know, a little education lesson right here, a little tidbit. Apparently, antibiotics don't work on viruses; they just work on bacteria.
Yeah,
So I was like,
yeah. That's why it's called biotics, man.
yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I don't have telekinetic powers.
I'm a human biotic.
Anyways, so yeah, basically all they could do is just say, well, here is some things you can do. Just get some over-the-counter things, get a little bit of Robitussin, some ibuprofen. Really was stuff that I've been doing, but it hadn't really done anything. But at the same time, the only thing that stood out was just take ibuprofen like triple the
Oh,
dosage. So I was taking a lot of ibuprofen, but it wasn't doing anything. In fact, a week and a half later, I think it was the 13th, if I'm not mistaken, Wednesday the 13th, I had to make another appointment because, like, my symptoms started getting, like, a little bit worse. Like, when I got off of work earlier that morning, I was feeling really bad. Like, had I gone into work
yeah.
feeling as bad as I did, oh no, disconnected right in the middle of my story. 5-second break. Okay, so technical difficulties aside, we're resuming everything.
Yes.
So, was it? Wednesday, December 13th rolls in. I was feeling really bad early in the morning because my symptoms had like progressed and I wasn't feeling so hot. So, yeah, had I
Yeah.
gone to work feeling the way I did after work that day, I probably would have actually called out.
Yes.
But yeah, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna sleep this off. If it gets any worse, I guess I'll try to make an appointment or something. Which, by the way, I woke up about 3 hours later feeling super congested to the point like I
Ooh.
could not breathe out my nose.
Hmm.
And it woke me up, and I was just like, this isn't good. I'm pretty sure I should
Yeah.
not be feeling the way I do.
Yeah, that sounds like a sickness.
Yeah. So I got an appointment. Like I called them, was like, "Yo, I want an appointment because this infection. I'm just gonna call it the infection because it sounds a lot It sounds a lot badass. Sounds cooler that
Yeah.
way. So yeah, this infection has it's not going away. It's been over a month. I'm still dealing with it. I don't think doing nothing has really helped,
Yeah.
or at least
It's
doing what
not
I've been
going
doing
away.
hasn't really like done anything. And so 30 minutes from calling, I got an appointment.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's the one nice thing about the hospital that I go to. If you can't see the doctor that you got, they'll just arrange so you can see someone else.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. I
yeah.
mean, I wish there was other. I wish most hospitals and stuff like that would do that.
So I
So if
got
you're
in.
like, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. No, it's pretty badass. I like it. Yeah. So I went in. Guy checked me out. Was looking at my vitals. I told him what I was dealing with. Told him it's been a month. He was really nice actually. He was listening to me. He was acting very sympathetic. And he's like, okay, I believe you also have an upper respiratory infection, but I'm gonna give you an antibiotic. So I'm pretty sure he believes it was some sort of bacterial infection. Because again, going back to antibiotics, they don't work on viruses. But
they don't.
yeah, but infections can be, I guess, both viral and bacterial. So it's a toss up, really.
Well, are you feeling better now?
Yes, but at
Like,
the same time, it sort of
if
feels
you had to,
like
if you had to give yourself a percentage, what would you say your percentage is at the moment?
in comparison to what, like
Before.
usual, or like when I went into the hospital the second time,
Yes, that there, the hospital.
like when I made it. Okay, so The 13th, as I was saying, because I actually dated all this stuff. I made a little log just to make sure that I jotted down how, like, my symptoms and how bad I was feeling, just because I wanted to actually have it on record.
Yeah.
I'd say about then, it was probably like about 65%.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
not good.
not feeling that great. Feeling pretty shitty, if I can say so.
Yeah.
A very subpar Gildem, if you will.
Yeah.
I'd say right now I'm feeling about I'm gonna go with 75 to like 85%.
You're on the upswing.
Yeah. Although here's the thing, it still kind of feels like my symptoms are still kind of consistent. Not as
Hmm.
bad, mind you, but still kind of like still feel a little congested, still coughing a bit. So if
It's
you
probably because you're not resting as much as you probably can because you're at work and stuff. But I mean, I'm not gonna fault you for that.
yeah. What can I do? I got a 3 week. I can't talk right now. I got a 3 day weekend coming up. By the way,
Oh
I'm on
yeah,
my 3 day weekend.
because that's Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. Which,
Oh
by
my
the way, it
goodness,
is.
it's
It's
Christmas.
Christmas. I know this hasn't been very festive, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
What
get
what
to
what
that.
are you gonna get coal in your stocking this year?
Well, I mean, I'll get to that in like 5 seconds. I just want to wrap up
Ooh.
this whole like
All right. Wrap up
Gil
your
Gilm's getting
sickness.
better, hopefully. So really, all I can say is I've been taking this antibiotic. It's been helping my. I feel like I've been hitting the upper like 80 percentages. It's just lately, uh, my symptoms kind of like regressed a little bit,
Hmm.
and that's why I'm feeling a little bit down. But at the same time, it's kind of fluctuating into the upper percentages. So hopefully, it just keeps going in that direction until I don't feel anything whatsoever.
Good.
Yeah, that's really all I hope. And if I don't, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just give it a week after I'm done taking this antibiotic, and if my health really just dips again, going back to the hospital,
Yeah.
gonna say, "Hey, doc, help me."
Doc, you gotta help me. I need a medic bag.
Excuse me if I just randomly censor some of my audio because I'm just coughing my lungs out.
Ugh, ugh. That's what it sounded like, everyone.
You know, that one song, "Work Harder," from Lisa, the Painful RPGs. Yes, you know the one I'm talking
This
about.
song samples Doolin. I'm Doolin.
It's actually true. Donkey didn't like it. I thought it was catchy.
I don't know if he didn't like it. I think he just thought it was kind of funny that it sampled Doolin.
I thought he was just like, this is the worst game ever. But then again, I mean, Donkey always makes those kind of offhanded comments.
Yeah, he says, never mind, best game ever.
Anyways. So yeah, I think you had the right idea. We should probably get on a more lighter hearted subject instead of my
Yeah.
failing health.
Yes, Christmas. It's here.
Yeah, Christmas. It's
Look
here.
outside your window, everyone. Is it snowing?
No, Heat Miser got to my area.
Um, yeah, he's kind of gotten to mine too, but it's cooling off.
So
It's pretty cold tonight. This morning, yesterday was I was like, is it spring now?
hmm
But today was a little cool. I had to wear a jacket.
So
Not a jacket, I wore a coat, a little sweatshirt thing, zip up, whatever you call those things.
so you think Ice Miser is gonna be giving you a visit?
For Christmas, probably not.
Probably not. Okay. I don't know.
I don't
I
think
feel
it's,
like I feel like where I live, they're always constantly in battle, just
yeah,
bickering at each other. I don't know if battle's like the right word. It might be a little too harsh. They're arguing.
yeah. Like, I want it to snow. No, it's gonna rain.
Ah, Mr. Green Christmas.
I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Heat Blister.
I'm Mr. 101.
There we go.
Jeez, we really are on a Christmas vibe, aren't we? I love it.
That's one of my favorite Christmas
Oh, it
movies.
totally is. For that song alone, that is one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's a
But
must
yeah,
watch.
but for my money, my favorite Christmas movie gotta go with Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know, I haven't watched that.
I love that movie so
Oh,
much.
you and Spider Mikey, you guys love that movie. And you know what? Arnold
Oh,
is great in that movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah. It-
It's
that-
got what Sinbad
yeah, I
is in
was
it.
about to say that's like one of
It's
the
got
last performances from Sinbad that I can recall.
it's got Haley. What's his name?
Joel
No, no,
Osment.
no, 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 not him.
No,
No,
Anakin.
Jake Lloyd.
Yeah,
Jake
I
Lloyd.
was gonna
That's
say,
it.
Sora's in there. What?
No, Jake Lloyd.
Yeah,
Anakin Skywalker's in that movie.
yeah. You know, I don't think he deserves all the hate that he gets.
the late great what's his name? Oh my god, I can't remember his name.
Was
The
he the
hilarious
neighbor?
dude. Yeah.
Oh, the neighbor.
Oh my god, I can't remember his name. I'm gonna cry if I. Oh my goodness, I got it now.
I know who
Phil
you're talking
Hartman.
about.
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's great. He's in that.
I remember that. He just wants the turbo action
No,
figure.
Phil Hartman's the jerky neighbor.
Yeah, he is. Your wife's cookies.
Put the cookie down.
Who said you could have my cookies? Uh, I really,
Turbo Man.
yeah. I'm sorry. Again, I might be botching it. I just can't push myself that hard.
I love Turbo Man.
Turbo Man
At
is
least-
fantastic.
Maybe
Reminds me of the
one day
Power
I'll buy
Rangers.
one.
Do they
Who
actually
doesn't?
have them?
There's physical ones out there,
Okay.
which they were released kind of with the movie.
Well, that
And,
makes
you know,
sense.
the movie was kind of, low key, kind of cool, but now
Yeah.
that it's like retro, everybody loves it.
Really? So it's kind of it's not on
Alright,
the
it's-
level
it's-
of I'm
It's
gonna
not
say
on
it's not on the level of Christmas Story, obviously.
no. I'm talking like it's kind of like a cult classic.
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
know.
say as maybe not to the levels of It's a Wonderful Life, but maybe it's kind of on the way of that.
Perhaps
Because
I don't know.
if you know the story about It's a Wonderful Life, when it first came out, no one
Mhm.
liked it. It did poorly in theaters.
Hmm.
And the reason why it caught on was because, as far as I'm aware, TV channels, like the companies were just like, we need to run something during Christmas, something that kind of has like, what is it? Not royalties, but like it's like anyone can use it.
Yeah,
Public domain.
Yeah,
It was in public domain, and so basically the TV channels, they started running it like every Christmas, and everybody just kind of slowly tuned in, watched it because it was on every Christmas, and so it caught on that way.
yeah.
And now it's a beloved timeless classic.
Ah, here I got a update on Turbo Man action figures.
Yeah.
This they're like at least $100
Oh my
on eBay.
god.
This one is like 500.
That is a lot of money.
That's too much money. I know. This one, oh, Jake Lloyd signed this one. That's cool.
That's interesting. I
I
would
kind of
not.
like that one,
Yeah.
but I don't want to. I don't have that money.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I would totally buy it for you because I like to give. I like to give a lot. I like to give people presents.
I don't give me that. That's too much money.
Okay, I won't.
You can get me the a sticker of it.
I mean, it's fine.
I'd actually appreciate a sticker more, I think, because I could put it on my computer and like I'd see it every day.
Mm-hmm.
While Turbo Man, he'd probably like sit on the shelf and I'd just look at him occasionally and maybe play with it a couple times. But I'm always at my computer, so I'd see it all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
So Christmas, Um, I'm finally winding down. You're pretty much wound down.
I mean, it's still gonna be busy. Like last week, as I have to say, because it's currently like this. Crap! I
What
just
is
knocked
that?
stuff. I just knocked some stuff. I'm such a klutz. No, like
The sickness.
it's the sickness. I can't be helped. Anyways, work's been crazy. I cannot lie. It's still pretty crazy. It's gonna be that way. Right now, we're just kind of into the last minute gifts and the late gifts and the stuff that's not gonna get there in Christmas. But everybody's gonna try to
Yeah.
do what they can to make things happen.
And then you're gonna get return stuff.
Oh, absolutely. You know
That's a
how it
lot too.
works.
Oh yeah, I know how it works. Me, school year's finally wound down. Tomorrow is finals and graduation.
Hmm.
It's gonna be good. I just got one more long day. Got to work till 6 p.m. again tomorrow.
So I got a question.
Yep.
Are you on a 3-day weekend?
No,
Oh, okay. So you
I'm
have.
on a. I have all next week off.
I see.
Every day. Well, this week. I have every day off until New Year's. I'll say that.
That sounds pretty legit.
Yes.
So you have a long time to just chill and do whatever you feel like doing.
I got I got some projects. I'm gonna do some things here on the Chaz Rad side of things.
I have a question. Are you going to be trying some new energy drinks?
Um, no, but I have some sodas here that I gotta write about.
Some
Uh,
sodas.
yeah, I got some sodas here that I got to write about. I have a few. I have one more energy drink to write about in reserve,
Hmm.
but it's Red Bull Summer Edition. And
That sounds a little obtuse. I think Chaz just cut out again. Might have to take another quick break just to make sure Chaz is here. Because he's doing the Red Bull Summer Edition. But hey, that's all good. Uh, Try to regroup with him. Okay, now that it's resumed.
energy drinks.
I mean,
Red.
like, Chaz, you're back.
I am back. I don't know what happened.
Technical difficulties. There's gonna be a lot
That
of those.
it's gonna have a lot of working man pictures in that. Oh my goodness.
What?
Okay, I thought I lost you again.
No, no. I heard a sudden noise.
That was my overly zealous girlfriend playing Overwatch.
Overly zealous.
Yes, she gets really into her Overwatch.
I see.
Anyway, energy drink.
Yeah.
Red Bull Summer Edition.
Yeah.
I will this is the new summer edition. You see, before the summer edition was in a green can,
Mhm.
but they don't call the green can the summer edition anymore. It's just called the green edition now.
Right.
The new summer edition is in a purple can.
That-
Why did they change it? I do not know.
Maybe it has. Maybe it's a conspiracy.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe they thought kiwi wasn't enough of a summer flavor.
Very possible.
What could be more, what's purple that's more summer than kiwi? Passion fruit?
Guava. No, wait. I got it.
Is guava even
Pineapple.
purple? What is it?
Pineapple.
Pineapple's not purple.
Well, I mean, it's a summer fruit.
Yeah, but if they're gonna do pineapple, they would have done like, yellow. But they already have a yellow edition.
Is it lemon?
It's what is it? I can't remember actually.
I think
I did
pineapple
drink
has
one.
two color choices.
Orange, brown, yellowish. I've seen plenty
Brown.
of pineapple. Yeah, if it's like not ripe, it's green and brown.
I was gonna say white and yellow.
The white.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. White.
there's white pineapple.
What was the yellow edition? Oh, yellow edition. Here we go.
Is it
I got
lemon?
yellow. It was tropical.
Tropical. Well, okay, it obviously has
Yeah.
pineapple in it.
It had no juices in it. It was all natural flavors,
Uh,
which doesn't mean diddly do.
you know what? You're listening to a natural podcast with my voice. That's natural. With my microphone, that's naturally a microphone.
Well, that's authentic. I'm talking authentic. There's no authentic fruit in it. It's natural flavoring,
Yeah,
which means diddly
it's
do.
subjective.
It's very
It's
subjective
an
because when
abstract
you,
painting.
it's a very abstract painting.
I like it. Anyways, so let's see. Uh, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, energy drinks. I
Yes.
can't think of that many energy drinks.
Well, I had plenty.
I know you drink a lot of them, and you write about them, and that's pretty cool. You had this hydration, and I was really curious about that. I think I left a
I've
comment.
had both hydration. I've had two of the three hydrations. I cannot find the third one for the life of me.
What did you think of them?
Well, I didn't think they were bad, but I didn't think they were good. I felt like they were more Propel and
Yeah,
less Gatorade.
yeah.
If that's if that's the analogy I want to make.
I can get that analogy because I was like, this definitely has
But
kind of a fluid juice like texture to it. It's not really carbonated.
that's what they wanted to go for
Yeah, but the
with
thing
those.
is, it feels like the flavor's kind of been cut a little bit.
It was really cut.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it
extremely cut.
yeah, and it's just like, man, I really want something with a little bit of a heavier body to it,
Yeah.
or at least more of a bolder flavor, other than just what is this flavored Kool-Aid water?
That's exactly what they were trying to go for. That's the kind of market they're aiming for. Is that they want like people who are going to be like jogging to drink this.
I mean, that's cool, I guess, but not
If you're
me.
gonna, yeah, you don't want to casually drink that kind of thing.
No,
It's
it
not
doesn't appeal to
casual.
me.
It wasn't. I've tried. Yeah, like I said, I've tried two of the three, and I like the red one better than the yellow one.
Now,
I think
I'm not advocating that you try to drink Monster Hydration to replenish some fluids,
no,
you know.
don't do that.
But I'm just saying, if I was gonna take any sort of like flavored beverage,
hmm
any of them at all, with that kind of mindset, I'd probably just go for Gatorade.
If for that kind of thing, yeah, you would want to do that.
I mean, and I don't even I'm not even advocating that Gatorade's good for that. I'm just saying, like, if I was gonna go for some sort of flavored beverage,
hmm
I'd go for Gatorade in that situation. Obviously, the best you can do is probably just water.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing about Gatorade is it has like electrolytes you lose in sweat.
Yeah, but here's the other thing to it. Do you know? Do you know like electrolyte hydrate like replenishing and hydrations is just kind of like it. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah,
It's not really all that important in the long run.
no, I get you.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're really having that kind of issue, I think you need medical attention.
But yeah, that's true. It's just a selling point.
Oh, absolutely, and they're good at that. Marketing teams are brilliant. Why do you think they make me want to go eat like some chicken tenders, some
I could go
buttermilk
for some
chicken
chicken ten.
tenders at
I could go.
McDonald's?
Are they still running that?
I don't know. I never got any, but
I haven't.
I could go for some.
I haven't gone to McDonald's in a while.
Probably not the best idea though, considering my condition.
You need like chicken soup.
I mean, I tried that. Eh.
You need no. You need chicken soup for the teenage soul. The book.
I think I'm a little too old for that, Chaz.
You can read the chicken soup for the elderly soul then.
Well, I mean, I'm not that old.
You can read the chicken soup for the middle-aged man soul.
I think I'm just subpar from that. I'm still in
Do
my
they still have
20s.
those books?
I'm sure there's still like printed copies that you can buy.
You can buy Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul.
Oh, hey. I don't know whether that would apply to me or not, because,
You could buy Chicken Soup for the Christmas Soul.
oh, well, I mean, that would work.
It's a real book.
I
I've just
believe
looked
it.
at it.
Christmas.
I don't even know what these books are about. I've never actually opened and read any of these
As
before.
far as I'm aware, and I could be wrong, I usually am, they're just a bunch of short stories.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like a book full of really nice short stories that kind of just, they're a little subjective, but at the same time, they're pretty broad, so you can kind of relate to them, kind of think about
Okay.
them. That's why it's like chicken soup for the soul, at least from what I'm aware. It's just kind of like food for thought, but it's a nice, comforting sort of food for thought.
I may have to next time I see one, just glance through it, just to not glance through the whole book, but just like open up a page or two and read it.
Hmm.
If I ever go to a bookstore,
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
but there's not a lot of bookstores left.
You can go to your Barnes and Noble. I'm sure they have
Don't have
something.
one.
Oh, I'm sure you can go to your Amazon and get like a copy of whatever you want.
Amazon? You mean like you want? I'm not gonna go buy one. I just want to go look at it.
I'm sure you can
I
get
go
it
to a
on.
library.
I'm sure you can like order a Kindle and you can just kind of peruse through the section.
Oh, wait a minute. Girlfriend has a Kindle.
Oh, hey, there you go. I'm sure if you want to go even less effort, like you could probably just peruse the internet, being like, example of chicken noodle soup for the soul thing, story, bam, and you'd be like, oh, that was a nice story.
That's what I think you're right. I think that's what it is.
I could be wrong though. I don't claim that I actually know. I'm just using my best guesstimate.
Maybe I'll on my channel I'll buy a book for Christmas, one of the chicken soup books, and I'll read it to the viewers
Oh, okay.
or listeners at that point, because and I'll have like some calming, stock picture or whatever.
You should also have some fair use like open domain music.
Like some really like chill
Yeah.
ambient thing,
Yeah.
like wind chimes and stuff.
I'm just talking about like ambient.
Like
you got the idea.
like the stuff they use for meditation.
Yeah, that
I could
works.
do that. I could dig that.
And it'll be chilling with Chaz.
It'll be called Reading with Chaz.
Oh, I like that. I'd listen to that.
Reading with Chazrad.
I would lie in my
But
bed. And
the problem with me is I'm very bad with reading. I mispronounce words all the time. So this will be good practice for me.
I mean, all you gotta do is just be very soft spoken when you do it.
This will be very good practice for me. So like I can get better at reading, and then in turn maybe one day I get so good at reading that I become a voice actor.
Hey, there you go. You want to know what else you could do, which I think would be perfect for you?
Become Santa Claus?
Well, I mean that too, but I was thinking along the lines, Strong Bad. How when he tries to read a children's book, he kind of goes off the rails and just does his own thing.
That yes. What he says? Oh man, I remember that episode too.
Yeah,
And
it was a great episode.
It was
People learned what Fangoriously
Fangoriously devoured. Oh, yeah.
means. It was a really good episode. I like that. I like that Speemel.
It was good. It was a good one. That one's
No
a good one.
two
I
people
gotta
are
wa-
on fire the same.
No two people are not on fire or something like that.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that now. After maybe later tonight, I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
before I go to
So
bed.
I'm thinking like if you wanted to like have two ideas how you're gonna do this, one is just try to do an honest, soft spoken, just read of the story with like all the music and the scenery, and the other way is just to go off the rails, just ad libbing the whole entire story as you go.
I mean, that'd be good. I mean, not a lot of people do that kind of stuff. I'm
And it's
actually gonna buy
hilarious.
that. It'll be random reading,
Yeah,
and then I'm like actual reading, and then like one day a week I'll do random reading,
yeah.
where I read like crappy books.
Actually, I would say instead of maybe random reading, it should just be Chaz edits a story, like
Chaz edits.
Chaz
The
edits.
rad edit.
Yeah, the rad edit. I like it. Where
I
you
like
read
it.
a story, but you make edits along the way.
And then I will not eat them, Sam. I will not eat green eggs and ham with a
No, no,
grenade in
no.
it.
That has to go. Let's change it.
All right, fine.
No, I mean that's like what you're gonna be. You're gonna be like, no, no, no. First off, green eggs and ham, and how is green utonium?
I will not eat your green plutonium. I will
Plutonium.
not eat it with a fox. I
No,
will not eat it.
utonium. It's a new element discovered in the last 5 seconds.
I will not eat Professor Plutonium. I will not eat Chemical X.
That's pretty random.
I will not eat that pea, Professor.
You're gonna eat your pee. You're gonna eat it and like it. I remember that episode. I remember all the YouTube poofs that they just do where it's like him just eating a pea to unfitting music.
Yeah.
And it's just him doing that over, like, it just keeps on going on for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, those were the good days.
Yeah, back when the random side of YouTube was, or the weird side of YouTube, that weird part of YouTube was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, I guess I'll watch it. I mean, you
Or
can
it
do
was
that
like,
now, but I'm just saying, like, you go to the weird side of YouTube and you're just like, oh god, how did I get here? I need to get off. I need to get off this.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like my favorite video, the Woody video.
The Woody video.
Have I shown you the Woody video?
I,
I've probably shown you the Woody
probably,
video. It's
but I
old.
cannot remember.
Oh. Oh, hey, you know what? The Woody video actually kind of works with our Christmas theme because they play that "Welcome, Welcome, Bob"
Oh
song
my god.
from the Grinch movie.
The one thing I do remember that you did share with me is Miko Miko Nurse.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
That was like albino black sheep days when that video came out.
Yeah. Now who's old?
All of us.
Yeah.
All of us that know what albino black sheep is. Is that even still a website?
I don't know, but I know that the YouTube channel copyright claimed one of my videos, one of my early videos, even though I had nothing to do with the channel.
Oh.
Later on, it
What-
was chased to Nintendo, and it was like okay because it was Super Mario footage, Super Mario Bros.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, that's proper, but yeah, it was like copyright claimed by albino sheep, and I was just like, why? It has nothing to do with
Why?
albino sheep.
I have some copyright claims from Nintendo from a video that's probably private right now.
Speaking of which, I need to figure out what I'm gonna put for footage on this.
Not a Nintendo game, you'll get copyright claimed.
I'm aware of that, but I'm just saying, like, it has to be Christmas themed. I'm kind of just like,
Oh, you know what you should play?
hit
You
what?
should play that one Christmas game that where Santa Claus throws like screws and face gets all deformed when that game.
That unfortunately, I think that game is in a bootleg
Oh,
console.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You know what? I'll search for it
What
later.
is that? The
I'll find
Gaming
it.
Philip, Super Gaming Philip 3D or something like that.
Yeah, one of those. Gaming Philip 7,000 games in one.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember it was like it was like you take the chip out of the controller and there you go.
And then it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, the chip works. It's just that
It,
those aren't original bootleg games.
those are just NES ports and
Yeah, they're
stuff.
just ports. No one cares about that. Oh man, talking about JonTron. I was watching Zoo Race and
I
Christmas
was
with the
watching.
Cranks.
I was watching that episode with the plug and plays
Yeah, that
not
one's
too long
good
ago.
too.
Finally, a game for me.
I like John. He's a funny guy.
He hasn't released anything recently, has he?
The last thing he released was the workout video.
Yeah, no, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I thought, if I remember correctly, I don't. I haven't like gone and rewatched it, so it's not quite fresh in the brain. But I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it
I,
was pretty. It was
wait,
pretty
wait,
good.
wait. Now it's starting to come back to me. Didn't we both make like a comment where it's kind of different from the older
His
videos?
usuals.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's different
Jock's
from his
not in
usual
there.
style. Yeah,
Jock.
he said why he's not been on videos because he's too noisy and he's too rowdy and he's stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
He
It's
said, "Have you seen this clips of me cringing in pain, which I kind of just play it off as the game's bad? He's actually biting my ear."
So
He did that
Jacques,
in one of his.
Jacques just
Yeah,
kind of been like out of the picture
I don't know if he's completely out of the picture. I just think he's putting less.
because he doesn't want his ear bidden.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I mean
I
that
kind of
makes
miss
sense.
Jock.
But
I
yeah,
like
well,
Jacques.
everyone likes Jacques. Jacques is great. He's like
He's a
the
good
other
bird.
he's the other half of JonTron.
Yeah, actually no, he is JonTron.
Oh
Remember
yeah, that's right.
the reveal?
Ducky figured it out. Ducky
Yeah, he
uncovered the
did.
big conspiracy.
It was the bird the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, then that means the actor that plays quote unquote John is the other half.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, one is one half to the other. That's the John Tron show experience, or at least back in the day. Not so much today,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Christmas, because we're talking about Christmas, we're talking about stuff.
Yeah.
I got a subject. I got a topic.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So, what are some of the awesome things you ever got for Christmas?
Well, I got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas one year.
I did
That was
too.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Probably the same year.
Was it what when did the
I
Nintendo
think I got
64
it.
come out?
I
1996.
think Yeah, I think I. Oh, was it 90? Actually, I don't know. Let me check
I
it.
think it was 96.
64. It was because no, my brother was already born. No, 97.
Okay,
wasn't
so
90
97.
It wasn't. Wait, September 1996 in North America. Okay, maybe it was 96. Okay, maybe I got it a year after.
Okay.
Okay, I got it the year after because I was living in Jersey at that time, and I was still in Florida in 96.
Okay.
So 97, Christmas 97. That's when I got it.
97 was a good year.
It was a pretty good year.
Yeah. Star Fox came out that year.
I got Nintendo 64, and I got it with Mario Kart 64, and what was the other game I got? Toy Story 2.
With Buzz.
Yeah, that game is legit, man.
I
I
remember.
like that game.
No, I have it. I played the PlayStation one.
The PlayStation one, I think, has like actual cutscenes.
It does.
Mine
I
has
hate
slideshows.
to say it, but I think the PlayStation version is superior.
Oh, it probably is. I went back and played the N64 version. I'd say about 5 or 6 months ago.
Hmm.
Platforming in that game is awful.
It's not terrible in the PlayStation.
It's bad.
It's not
I've
too
constantly
terrible.
missed platforms I think I was hitting. I'm like, how did I do this when I was
I
younger?
remember when I was playing it, I 100%ed it, but I remember also being like, this is a really weird game because there's sections where you have to go back to get, I think it's the Pizza Planet token. Because I think that's the object. You're collecting Pizza Planet tokens in every level. Like,
The Pizza Planets, there was like 5 or 6.
yeah, in every level. And there, I think you had a boss in levels, but most of them were just optional, except for in the area. Like you had like a main boss in every area. But it was just the boss in the area.
The boss was like not some like Toy Story. Well, not all the time. I mean, the first boss was just
Bosses
this
were
robot.
random.
They were like robot. The first boss was a robot, and he was in the attic.
Yeah, but I mean, you had to go to the attic to activate that. I'm talking about the area bosses because the first one I think was a
Oh,
plane.
the first one was yeah, the first one was an airplane.
Yeah, that's just the stage. It was the area boss, but yeah, you also had like the boss in every stage, or at least I don't know if it was every stage. I'm pretty sure that.
Zerg, there was a Zerg boss.
Yeah, that was
He
probably the
wasn't the
best
final
one.
boss. That was a cool
That
level.
was a cool level. But I remember the second area boss was really weird because it was like a sewer monster thing.
I don't really
It
remember it
was in a
that well.
garbage can, and it was
No.
slime.
If I like watched a video of like a playthrough of all of it, I'm sure it will all come back to me.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I played it. I
Oh,
remember specific levels. I remember specifically the um the Toy Barn store, the
I
Al's
remember
Toy
that.
Barn.
I
That
think
was
you
a
had
cool
to fight a
level.
dinosaur in that one.
Um,
I don't remember.
that stupid construction level.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Hated that
that.
one. Like
That
there was that the cement was like quicksand.
yeah, I think the real difficult thing about that level is I think you had to climb the unconstructed building,
Yeah,
and like there was a token at the top of that, but of course there was a lot of random shit as you were trying to climb it, so it kind of
it's
made
like the
platforming really
tree.
difficult.
It's like the tree in the second level, except
Yeah.
more annoying.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember it being a pain in the butt.
Then I remember the airplane, the airport.
Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't
The
that the
plane was
last
moving around.
level?
That was like the last like main level where you collect Pizza Planet
Yeah.
tokens.
I
Because the
remember
last
you had.
boss,
I remember like you went to Al's apartment and you had to fight like the main antagonist of Woody's Roundup, and
yes,
I was like, where was this guy in the whole thing?
yeah, that's it. I remember the
Because
penthouse level.
they just extend the cast of like the universe, the Woody's Roundup universe. And I don't think it's canon either because it's in this video game that I don't know
Yeah.
if you could say it's obscure, but it's just a character in this video game, never gonna get brought up outside this. But I'm just like,
Yep.
man, why can't it be canon? It pretty much is just like I could imagine seeing this guy as like a villain that shows up and like I don't know occasionally.
Wasn't the final boss fight in that game like him that the antagonist from the show, Zerg, and the prospector guy? I feel like
Yeah.
I think it was like a trio of bosses, but
Yeah,
like you only had to defeat one of
yeah,
them.
yeah. It was like that antagonist guy from Woody's Roundup, Zerg, and I don't remember.
It's been a long, like I said, it's
Yeah,
been a long time since I
most
played that game.
unforgettable final boss in that whole entire game.
Yeah,
Anyways, so moving on from Toy Story
Toy
2,
Story.
let's talk about some awesome presents that you got. So you got the
Uh,
Nintendo 64. That's a pretty legit gift.
I also got a Game Boy Color
Hell yeah.
another year with Pokemon Red.
Oh, that's good stuff right there. I had blue.
Pokemon Red, Pokemon Red, and Game and Watch Gallery too.
I see. I don't remember Game and Watch Gallery.
There's four of them, and
I believe
I
it.
love all three of them. I love all four of them. I didn't get three. Three was the last one I got.
I
I have
never grew
a
up
friend
with
who had
them.
three. I grew up with two, and then I bought four, which was on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
That was good. Four was good. But all right, other cool Christmas presents. Let's see what else. Um, hmm. Well, those were the big ones that I remember that growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I never got like a car for Christmas or anything
Oh,
like that.
I
Like,
never got a car for Christmas myself.
I barely got a car now. All I have is a few engine components. That's what I drive on.
Mm-hmm.
I have a seat and engine components. That's what I have.
Well, let's not forget the
Uh,
wheels, because otherwise, how would it go?
it uses air pressure or
Air
something.
pressure. It
Yeah.
just launches
Um,
you into the air. Where you land, you
yeah.
don't know, but you kind of guide it all the same.
I feel like I may have gotten. I I feel like I either got a PlayStation 2 or the GameCube, but that might have been my birthday. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
No, the GameCube was definitely my birthday.
I got a GameCube for Christmas.
That's pretty cool.
I got a
What'd you get with it?
PlayStation for Christmas.
What'd you get with your GameCube?
Luigi's Mansion.
That's a pretty good game to get with it.
I remember I also got money, and you know what I got with that money?
Mario Sunshine?
No, that wasn't out yet because it was pretty early as far as I'm
Yeah.
aware into the GameCube's life cycle.
Pikmin?
Yeah, I got Pikmin because that was one of the early games for it. I also got Super Smash Brothers Melee,
Yes.
so I had those three games for a while.
You know what I'm getting for Christmas this year?
What's that?
Nintendo Switch, baby.
You want to know what I'm getting for Christmas this year?
Nintendo Switch, baby.
Yeah, I didn't win it in the contest, but I ended up getting one anyways.
Yeah. We're getting one. I decided we're getting one.
I didn't decide. I was joking with my mom, and she just all of a sudden was like, "You want that?" And I was like, I don't want you to spend that much." Just like, "You want it?" And I was like, "But, Mom,
I'm gonna
you don't
get
have to spend $400 on me because like I was like, if I was gonna get, I want Mario Odyssey, and they have this bundle on Amazon." And she's like, "You want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want it, but I don't." You don't have to spend that much on me for a Christmas present. And so she ended up getting it for me.
nice.
She's like, "Merry Christmas. You want anything else?" I was like, "No." You didn't even
You
need to
got
go that
Mario
much.
Odyssey?
Yeah, I got Mario Odyssey.
We're gonna probably get. I'm definitely getting Breath of the Wild.
I have that for my Wii U, so yeah, no point in getting that. But that's okay. It's a good game. I will say
That's
that.
my game.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better Zelda games in my
Breath of the
opinion.
Wild's her game. Fire Emblem Warriors is mine.
Oh yeah, because you're a big Fire Emblem kind of guy.
Well, the new ones anyway.
Ah, okay.
But I'm an even bigger Warriors fan.
Oh man.
Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, all those Warriors.
What
Warriors
what about
Orochi,
what about the Warriors?
The Warriors, that movie,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. I have to go
The
watch that.
yo, wait a they should totally make a Warrior game.
Oh,
That would kind
they
of work.
do have a Warriors game.
No, I'm talking about Warriors in the fashion of Dynasty Warriors, where
Mm,
you get to play as Ajax and you mow down hordes of,
like the electric
electric
eliminators, the
Yeah, because I
Panzers,
mean,
especially the Rogues.
there's gotta be way more than just like, the six guys that you see.
Well, there's
It's a
initially
gang.
9, but yeah, yeah. Cleon
It's like,
dies. A lot of
yeah,
man, it's kind of morbid when you go and watch the movie because like, not quite half, but as far as I'm aware, like 3 of them just like stuff happens to 3 of them. 2 of them, as far as I'm aware, die. 1 gets arrested.
You play as Ajax and just mow down
Oh,
electric
Ajax
eliminators.
is the best. Ajax for War Chief.
But Swan's the war chief.
I know. It breaks my heart every time.
Swan's the best looking of the bunch.
I
He
mean,
has to be the
yeah,
war chief.
Michael Beck kind of had it, and then
He has
Xanadu
to
killed
be.
it.
He has to be the. He has to be the war chief. He's the best looking one. He gets the girl in the end.
He does, but then again, I mean, they were talking about pulling a train, so I don't know if she was exactly the best type of girl. I
No,
guess I
but
guess it was fitting for the whole entire setting.
well, who do you want to get the girl? Cowboy?
I mean, you know that it's funny you bring up Cowboy because he's probably one of the
Vermin?
most I mean, Vermin's kind of one of the oldest running members of the entire group. I was just gonna say, Cowboy's kind of the most underrated character of the whole entire
I
group.
like Cowboy only
Uh,
because he has a hat.
yeah, but that's like all you know about Cowboy. That's his trope. That's his character.
He's got the hat.
He's got the hat and nothing else.
And he was tired of running.
And see, I like the game because it kind of goes into more of the characters as characters. That sounded really redundant. It goes into a lot of the gang members as characters.
Yeah.
It gives them more
It gives
development.
him story.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You got Rembrandt.
Rembrandt, he's the newest member. He doesn't get that much story. He gets a little bit of development, but all the same, he's just kind of like Rembrandt. You're the newest character. You paint. You can tag things. We need an artist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
named
does it in
after
the
an
movie.
artist.
He is. He's named after a very famous artist.
Which I'm willing to bet no one knows who Rembrandt is.
I just know. Well, I gotta say, the movie turned me on to his actual artwork.
Oh yeah. Anyways, let's see. Uh, Honestly, Ajax is the best.
Yeah,
Ajax
he's
and
cool.
Cochise. You don't need any more than that. I was happy when they got that one level.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh.
Phew.
As far as I'm aware, nothing disconnected.
Yeah, you said I was happy when they.
Oh. I was happy when they got that one level.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like that's all I needed. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Christmas presents, because that wasn't
Yeah.
a Christmas present. That was just a game I played.
Yes.
So yeah, I got a PlayStation one year. I got a GameCube another year.
Most of my game systems have been either like off years, Black Friday sales, or
Yeah.
birthday presents.
Oh, it makes
But
sense.
the two big ones I remember are my Game Boy Color and my N64. Those were two Christmas presents.
The ones I remember are PlayStation ones because I got a PlayStation not at launch, but I got a PlayStation later down the line when I actually started getting into gaming. And I remember I got Final
Mhm.
Fantasy with it, or Final Fantasy 7, I should say. And I was happy about that. I remember that was a really good year. I also got A Bug's Life,
Oh my
and I think
god.
I got something else. But yeah, I remember I was like, yeah, this is a really good present.
Let's see. Games I got for Christmas. I think I got like Mario Tennis for Christmas one year
I
with
know
like
I
another
got Donkey
controller.
Kong 64 and Majora's Mask the same year. I
Um,
remember. Do you remember Blockbusters?
See, I didn't have one in my town, and my parents didn't go to them ever.
Well, did you have
But
like
I
a
do
video
rem.
rental place?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, more or less, same idea, same concept. You go to this place, you rent a video. They usually have a game section, so your
Yeah.
folks are just like pick out a game that you want, and you got that for I don't know either the weekend or the whole entire week, depending on the situation of how it worked.
See, I didn't have memberships to that thing. So, but when I went over friends' house, their parents had that, and I used to
Okay,
play the games there. That's what happened.
okay, I got
So
you.
I would get like all the crappy games, man. I get all these like games that my friends were into, but
Hmm.
I didn't like care about. What the heck game did he get? Like one good game that they rented was Diddy Kong Racing. That was kind of
I
fun.
remember that.
But
I got that. I don't remember when I got
but
that though. I don't know if it was
what was that
Christmas.
game? Was it called Vigilante 8 or something like that?
I'd never even heard of it. Are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Vigilante 8.
Oh, okay.
He had that game, which is I think it was it's kind of like Twisted Metal, but it was on the
Okay.
N64. I was like, I don't want to play this. I don't want to drive this car. I want to play Mario.
Kind of reminds me of when my friend wanted to play Call of Duty Zombies,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of like I don't know how to do Call of Duty. It's not my cup of tea. And he would just play it for about like 3 hours straight. I'd be in the room just kind of losing my mind out of boredom.
Like,
Nothing wrong with it. It's just not really for me. But I digress. The reason I bring up blockbusters is because every now and then they would be selling some of their old stock like games,
yes.
and
Yes.
I remember in particularly one Christmas my mom went up and she saw that there was like a whole bunch of games that were like really cheap, and
Hmm.
they were kind of newish, like they came out that year. So I was like, oh man, I want this and I want this and I want. She just let me pick, and so I was like, I got Majora's Mask, I got Donkey Kong 64,
Nice.
which you figure
Nice.
like, uh, did you at least get an expansion pack with that? And I did.
Nice.
Yeah, they threw in the expansion pack because I would have had issues because I wouldn't have been able to play either of those games if I didn't get it.
Nope.
So that's
And
how I.
guess who had that problem?
You?
Yup.
That sucks.
I didn't get an expansion pack until last year.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I got an expansion pack now. I can play Perfect Dark now.
So yeah, I was very fortunate in the sense that Blockbuster managed to make sure I got everything.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was one of the benefits of the movie rental places. If you got lucky, you get some of their
I
old stock.
the one that I had in town, which was not Blockbuster or anything, it was this like local place. They did that too, and I got like what did I get from them? I can't remember, but I got some game. I
See
think my
that
brother has it.
that's what I like about those places. You know, you could just kind of like get stuff for cheap.
Yeah, I think I got like a semi newish game for like $15,
Hmm.
which is like, well, now you can do that anyway, like on Amazon and stuff. But we didn't like that wasn't like as big as it was.
Yeah. The internet, growing up, you know, you and I, we, the internet was only so. Like, I'm pretty sure it was there, but at the same time, it's not like you discovered it. It's not like I discovered it, and even then, it was still pretty limited. They didn't really
And
have
then
any sort of like, you didn't have like an Amazon or any sort of like commerce website to buy and sell things.
if your parents picked up the phone to make a phone call, you got disconnected.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it eventually did happen down the line, and it really caught on, obviously, but you know, it was kind of like, you know, it was within our growing up where it really just kind of took off.
Yeah,
And it wasn't until like I was a teenager where I was just like, oh, there's these websites you can actually go and buy stuff. If only I had a credit card.
and then you got one.
Well, you know, I can make purchases and stuff, but apparently if you make too many purchases, they kind of like, yeah, no, cutting you off. We think you might not be the legitimate person.
Yeah, you don't want to buy too many things.
Yeah. Well, me, I like giving. As I said, I like to buy things and give them to people.
Yeah,
Doesn't always work out the way I want it to. Anyways, let's see what else. Anything else that's pretty legit that you got?
Um,
I'm having the same issue. I'm just like,
it's
there's.
been so long,
I
if
know
you
it.
ask.
You're just trying to think of all the things that you got
Yeah.
in Christmas past. Because there's a lot of good things I can list. It's like I got gaming systems. I got clothes, but no one really cares about the clothes because they only last for so long.
Yo, I got like a strong bad shirt
Hey,
one year for Christmas.
it's pretty
My
legit.
brother, my brother still wears it because it fits him now. And I see he stayed real skinny, and I got fat.
Well, I mean, I got fatter, so I can relate.
um, but I mean, yeah, that's that. It's like a child large. That's how big this shirt is.
Oh my. Are you? So what are you rocking now? The double XL?
No, I rock a large,
Oh,
like
okay.
an actual adult large.
Man, you ain't fat.
But I'm not skinny enough that I can wear a child's
Well, I'm
large.
sorry. I'm sorry you're not a toothpick. Come back to us when you're like, I don't know, you got a gut. Come back to us when you gain 100 pounds more.
Oh my god! I hope I don't get
Come
on.
back when you got your third chin.
Oh, you mean my fourth chin,
Oh, I mean your sixth.
my 17th
Your
chin.
seven. Okay, all right, fine. Yeah, come back when you got your 17th chin.
Come back in 10 years.
Chaz, is there something you're not telling me? Like, what's your diet going to be consisting of?
Um, well, currently my diet. This is what my diet consists of today. Coffee, a lot of coffee.
Oh, I had a question.
Um, hmm
Not to interrupt, but I guess I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
So you know how you had that one incident with McDonald's? Did
Yes.
you actually have some coffee?
No, they didn't give me any bloody coupons. They must have sent it to the wrong address.
Oh,
So
I
somebody else is getting free stuff.
well, I'm talking about. Did you ever get a cup of coffee?
Oh, did I go back and get the coffee?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I did go back and get the
Was
coffee.
it better?
Very, very slightly.
There. Oh,
It was better. It wasn't great.
it did it taste like acidy water?
Yes,
Oh,
but it had some coffee flavor to it.
okay.
So, in all, I guess they did all right.
I still want some of their buttermilk chicken tenders.
They were good. I will admit those were pretty good. I don't know if they're still running that deal, but they were worth it.
Well, I don't hear the commercials so much. I just know it's a constant running thing now. Will Gildem ever
Oh,
get his buttery buttermilk chicken tenders?
find out next week on the
It will
Gilcast.
never happen. And also, I wasn't gonna end it, but I mean, I guess we can end it if you want.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay,
That's
all right.
that's that's to keep the people in suspense, you know.
Oh, okay, all right. It's not gonna happen next week. Next week, I don't. I'm sorry to say, Chaz, but I don't think you're gonna be here next week.
Oh, that's okay.
But you can be here the following week.
I can be here whenever you need me.
Every day in my basement.
That's wait a minute. Did you free me yet?
Yes, because it's in the spirit of Christmas. You should be allowed to see your
Hooray.
family. Unfortunately, you're
Yay.
you're chipped and tagged. So if you try to escape, men in black vans will come and they'll just tie you up and throw you back in the basement.
Are they gonna do that thing like with the long blinky light thing? So I
Uh,
forget everything.
yes, they will have a neuralizer,
Pew!
and you won't remember.
God. I always wanted to use one of those.
A neuralizer.
Yeah, I want to use one.
I mean, the thing is, if it ever happened to you, you wouldn't remember. But if you ever got to use one, I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess.
I want to use one.
Well, who would you use it on?
Ooh, good
Better question.
possibility.
Yeah.
I would go to the. I would go over to the rent place,
The
the
rent
where I pay
place.
rent. Where I pay rent, and I say, I'll do it to him. I said, yeah, I paid rent already, when I really didn't pay rent.
I
So they go, oh yeah, he's good.
I feel
It's
like the problem is the records would still say you haven't paid it.
that's the thing. They're like, it says you haven't paid your rent. I was like, yeah, I did. Just forgot to enter the data. All right.
Actually, now that I think about it, you know what you could do? All you
What
gotta
can I do?
do is when you like do the normalizer thing, you just have to make up some BS story about how you did it, and they haven't done
Yeah,
that. Cause that's all
yeah.
it is. You feed them the idea of what's going on, and then they just kind of buy it.
They're like, oh, okay.
Or at least that's how it feels, you know? Because there's
Yeah,
like it feels like every time it's used, there's this area of suggestion where you can just kind of tell, like, feed them a story, and they kind of are like rolling with it because their mind doesn't have anything to grasp on.
yeah. Like when Will Smith tells that big long story, and he's
To
like, you gotta buy some new curtains.
the wife,
Yeah,
yeah, to Edgar's wife.
gotta buy some new curtains in here.
For the longest time, there was one thing that really just kind of like made me really confused, and it like every time I see it, it used to set me off, and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, no wonder I didn't understand it.
What?
Okay, so you know that scene where I think it's after Jay neuralizes, no, not Jay, K neuralizes Jay,
Hmm.
and it just flashes forward to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he's just in the middle of telling a story where he's just like, "Honey, this one's eating my popcorn."
Yeah.
For the longest time, that used to set me off because I was just like, "What is he referring to? What the fuck, man? How am I supposed to understand what this is? It's gonna be driving me nuts. I don't understand why he's just like, honey, this one's eating my popcorn. What and who? How?" Why is it eating popcorn? Why is that such a big deal? It just led to like 50 other questions, and I never had any answers as to why this line was uttered and what it was referring to. It just
Because
really
he's
really
that.
bothered me, and I couldn't understand. So I looked it up one day, and you know what I found out? It's a reference to this one, I think it's a movie or a show or something, but basically the idea is some guy brings a chicken into a movie theater. The chicken is like hidden in his pants, but like he opens up the fly, and like the chicken starts eating some popcorn. And so the people
Uh-huh.
next to him like start saying something cuz it's a dick joke. And
Oh.
it's like like the this guy has his fly open, and he's like, yeah, like the other person's just like not phased. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so then he's like, no, it's eating his popcorn.
Oh.
I don't know. It's a really weird skit. It's kind of out there, but then going back to like Men in Black, I was like, oh, okay, all right. This answers everything, except it still is just like stupid. I
I
didn't feel
always wanted to
better.
be I always wanted to be that guy that's in the office, or not in the like right when they enter the building for the
Oh,
headquarters.
the doorman that's just sitting in the
Yeah, he's
chair
just reading the
reading.
newspaper.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I want to be him.
I'm willing to bet he's just there to authorize people entering and leaving.
I want his job.
I'm sure he actually has a scanner to kind of like verify who and what.
I'm sure if somebody like really bad came in, he would have to like do something.
Yeah, he'd have to probably break out the cricket.
The noisy cricket.
Yeah. Okay, he probably doesn't have a cricket himself, but he's compacting something. He's concealing something.
Speaking of the noisy cricket and Christmas, I bought this game last Christmas. Broforce.
I've heard of that.
It's pretty cool. And you unlock different bros. Well, one of the bros is Bro in Black, which
It
is Will Smith.
really.
Will Smith's character.
So does he act like Jay?
Well, I mean, he looks like him. He doesn't really do anything. I mean, they don't really. It's like a one of those 8-bit kind of games
Oh,
kind of thing.
okay.
But anyway, his weapon, noisy cricket, and it does exactly what it does in the movie. It makes you fly backwards when you shoot it.
But is it powerful?
Oh my god, it's powerful.
Okay.
It's just unreliable, so I don't really
Oh.
like. I don't really like when I have to use him.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's fine. I
That game's cool.
yeah.
That game is. I will say.
I
I'm
have
glad I got it.
I have something to say now that I think about it, because we're talking about Christmas, and why not talk about Christmas specials along with presents
Yes.
and whatnot. So,
Christmas.
the going back to the year without Santa,
Yes.
there's one song that annoys me, but not for the reasons
Which
that you
one?
might think. So it's obviously not the Miser Brother, like the Miser Brothers song, because that one's good.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. It's like the reason I watch that. But there's one song that happens before that called "Believe in Santa."
With the kid and his dad.
Yeah, the dad who's like, "I believe in Santa," and he's like talking about the reasons, and then Santa joins in and they're singing about it. It always
Yes.
rubs me the wrong way, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but like it starts getting very, very like forceful. Like they're telling the kid, "Just believe in it, fucking believe in it." It starts
It's the
getting
same. You have the same issue with A Whole New World.
yeah, yeah, but it's like for different reasons. Because in A Whole New World, it's like Aladdin's forcing Jasmine to not close her
Don't you
eyes.
dare close your eyes. You might actually die on this carpet. This is just Santa Claus. He won't kill you.
But he's telling you, man, if you don't believe in this, we might have to like cancel Christmas or something. You know, it's very forceful. It feels very non-consensual. It can't, like, if I was a kid, I'd be scared. I'd be like, damn it, Santa. I feel like the consequences for not believing in you are gonna be very severe. I feel like I'm on trial.
What was Santa's code name in that? When
Klaus.
He was, like, well, yeah, I thought it was Klaus.
Yeah, Mr. Klaus.
but
'Cause,
Mr. Klaus.
yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Santa Claus. Wait a minute, Klaus. Nah, can't be.
Oh, the reason, like, what gave him away is he just was, he was on his reindeer. The reindeer flew.
He's riding a reindeer
Yeah.
going the wrong way.
Oh, you know, the
Right.
whole reason he was down there was
Right.
because he had to find, what was it, Cupid?
Jingle and jangle. or
Jingle and
whatever.
Jangle, and then, like, they brought a reindeer, and the reindeer got sick, and it was in the pound, and it
Vixen.
kind of got really sad.
Riding a vixen.
Yeah,
On the
it might have been
wrong way.
Vixen. I don't remember. It was one of the reindeer, but, like, I guess in this universe, the reindeer's pretty young.
Yeah,
And so
that
Santa's
was
like,
something I never got. I always thought the reindeer were all like, same age because those were the ones that,
you want to
Santa
know the
Claus
thing I
used.
never got? So you go and watch like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer one, and it's like they
Yeah.
introduced like several hundreds of reindeer that like you never see. They're just brought in for like this one special. And it's just like, where the hell are these other reindeer? Granted, sure, they probably never had their spotlight, but am I just to assume that Santa has like a whole herd of these guys, and he just swaps them out occasionally, and so like the traditional 8/9, including Rudolph, but then it's like you got Fireball here, you got like Zoe or
Stabby.
something. It's like you got all these other reindeer that you just never heard of, and so they're all just doing what they do, but you're just like, man, sure does suck that the other ones take all the credit for this.
Well, the names of the reindeer come from that one story. I mean, it's highly
absolutely.
possible. It's
Absolutely.
highly possible Santa Claus he doesn't use Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, blah 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 blah.
Well, I would
as all
assume,
the time.
they're a little more on a time limit
Well, I mean, just like I
That
mean, you
or
can't.
Santa just constantly keeps reusing the same names.
Maybe they're part of that team or whatever. Like, this is like Team Vixen.
Yeah.
Like all the reindeer that want to be the Vixen reindeer go on that. Like, how they have like Miss Universe and all that. Like Miss USA is not the same person every year.
So it's just a title.
Yeah,
I mean that makes sense. I could buy that.
that would work.
Yeah.
And they're magical reindeer,
They
man. They
are
have like
magical
infinite
reindeer. Well,
stamina.
Santa's magic. The North Pole is magic. I'm willing
It's
to bet
you
if
can't see
magic
it.
I'm willing to bet if magic was like a level of radiation, the North Pole would just be full of it, but at the same time, it's not radiation, it's magic. There's just a
Magic.
large quantity of it there.
It's happiness, man.
Happiness. Well, I mean, magic, it's hard to really. I'd say it's more like an emotion. It's hard to really describe, you know?
I mean, Christmas magic was probably pretty happy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's
I
also
mean,
so much more than that, you know?
look at the Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen.
I binged all three of them.
I
I've only
you
seen
know
the
I
first
don't
one, but like I finally saw the second and third one.
I haven't seen the third one yet. I kind of like the second, if I'm honest.
It also kind of goes in line with Santa Claus is Coming to Town, like the special, in the sense that it seems to depict Mrs. Claus before she was married to Santa. She was like some sort of school teacher or like principal or some
She
sort of
was the
educator.
principal. She was the principal.
Oh yeah, in the second one she was, but in, like Santa Claus,
Oh, with the
the
yeah, like animated
yeah
one
yeah
with
yeah.
what's his name? Yeah. She was the teacher of the kids
Yeah,
in that
so
movie.
I'm just saying, like, it seems to me that Mrs. Claus, like, before she was married to Santa, she was some sort of educator.
I wonder I wonder if they did that on purpose
I
with the
don't
movie.
know, but I kind of like it. Can we
Hmm.
make that canon?
Sure, let's make it canon.
Mrs. Claus was an educator before she married Santa.
She was an educator.
I mean, it seems like that. It seems right to me.
I mean that I mean Santa Claus was many, many years ago.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Teachers.
educators, they usually work with teachers. It's like the perfect setting
Yeah.
for Santa.
Yeah, I mean I believe it.
It makes sense to me.
I agree with it. That's two yays.
Out of like a billion, like billions of people.
I mean I don't see why people wouldn't agree with that.
I mean, it makes sense to me. I kind of like it. It's been in
We
two
have two
Christmas
movies.
specials.
We have two movies that do that. If you watch other Christmas movies, I feel like Mrs. Claus has
You see, they
other
just kind of
movies like
underdeveloped
that.
Mrs. Claus. That or,
I
she
mean,
has a pretty legit role, but at the same time, it's kind of like not going into her backstory, just more
they
situational.
if they do like Mrs. Claus in movies, like if she has a big role, she kind of has that kind of rebellious role.
Yeah, like the year without
Re-
Santa Claus.
That one,
Yeah,
and then there's there's that elf movie where like the elves like prep and landing. I think it's called Elves Prep and Landing or something. She's kind of like a loose cannon in that movie
I mean,
too.
that's kind of
But
cool. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't really delve into Mrs. Claus's backstory a whole lot.
no, she's a loose cannon,
Uh,
man.
like, I like to think that comes with the age, She's like some sort of cool grandma lady.
Yeah, but my grandma's not a loose cannon.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, she is. She's the cool grandma, She's the one that will go skydiving.
Like in Hoodwinked.
Sure. I like it.
Did you see that movie?
No, but I mean, I already
Oh
like
my
it.
god. Oh my god. Hoodwinked.
I like to imagine Mrs. Claus is probably on the same level.
Sure.
She's a cool grandma. If she was a grandma. I don't really know the whole situation.
They never really said that Santa Claus has children.
It depends because there's that one where it's going into Santa Claus's kids. Like
Oh, and then there's that movie Fred
that's
Claus.
what I'm talking about, Fred Claus. Because I mean,
Yeah,
you have like his brother who's I guess next in line to be Santa, but you have Fred who's just kind of like I'm just kind of the
he's,
black sheep here.
he's the Repo Man.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those refreshing looks where it's like Santa has kids, but they don't really go into Santa has grandkids.
Right, right,
And I'm
right,
pretty
right.
sure if that was the case, he's not Santa anymore. It's like gone down the line.
It's like a title at that
Yeah.
point.
Uh, I'm willing to bet if Santa is here, like the Santa that we currently have, quote unquote Santa,
Yeah,
it's probably not like the original Santa. It's probably been like, I don't know. It's probably a title. That seems to be the depiction nowadays,
it kind of works like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I would say it's a title.
where someone
And
has to
and
constantly take over.
yeah,
But it probably lasts like many years.
yes,
Like
yeah.
I could
I mean,
imagine like every 100 years we get a new Santa, but those hundred
heck, it could be
years
even more.
it could be. I wouldn't deny it.
Then what about the the Coca-Cola Santa, the one that is he even real?
I mean,
Is he just marketing?
you never know. Maybe Santa cut a deal.
No, I kind of wanted to drink some Coca-Cola.
Well, Coca-Cola is delicious.
But usually I'd prefer Pepsi.
Chaz,
But
how
no,
could you?
I want Coke right now.
I
I
like
want Coke.
Coke. Coke is my favorite.
But if I had to choose, if someone says here, you want a Coke or a Pepsi, I'll say give me the Pepsi.
Ew.
But right now, I want Coca-Cola.
I mean, I have Coca-Cola.
Oh, I don't.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess you're just gonna have to fly over here.
You know what's closer than flying over there?
The store.
An actual store. An actual store. Heck, I could go to McDonald's. They have Coke there.
They do have Coke.
It's only $1 for any size refreshment.
To which I say, why would you not go with the largest?
Oh, I always go to the largest.
Yeah, I mean,
But the problem is, the inside is not open.
Oh,
So I have to go through the freaking drive-through, and I
I
hate
got
the
you.
drive-through. I hate the drive-through.
well,
Do you like? Do you prefer the drive-through or going inside? If you had to go to like a McDonald's or something.
it depends what I'm doing, but I guess on the everyday basis, like my preference, I'm probably gonna say going inside, unless it's
I
like
go.
really late.
The inside's not open.
Yeah.
It's late.
I mean, if it's like really late or really early in the morning, like I'm getting off of work, probably the drive-through. I just kind of like to eat in my room.
I go. I go in because I like, I can. Like, if something was wrong with my order, I can just turn around and say, "Hey, something's wrong with my order."
Yeah.
But if I'm in the car, I got like, if I wanted to check on that, I'd have to pull up a little
Mhm.
bit because there's somebody probably behind me. Then I got to open the bags, and then what? What if there's something wrong? I got to go all the way through the drive-through again.
I'm willing to bet you've never had this issue, and that's fine, because you're lactose intolerant.
Hmm.
But I like cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
Like if I get a hamburger, it's a cheeseburger. Like hands down, I
yeah.
like I like I like American cheese on my cheeseburger because I mean it's a good combination. It just works. Anyways,
Mhm.
yeah, for me it sucks when you order a cheeseburger, you get your burger, and then you open it up, you take a bite, and there's no cheese on your cheeseburger when clearly you
Darn.
ordered from the menu the cheeseburger item
Yeah.
and they just forgot to put on the cheese. It's like WTF, mate. I just want my cheeseburger. I didn't ask for a hamburger. If I wanted a hamburger, I would have said no cheese, please. Clearly, the item on the menu, the picture on the item with the menu, it's like cheeseburger with cheese.
I think I'm gonna order a hamburger tomorrow. Actually.
And like, oftentimes I say please because it rhymes. It's great.
Cheese, please.
Cheese, please. Sometimes they'll
Hmm.
actually ask you, would you like cheese on that? I'm like, yes, please.
Yes.
I like cheese. It's a good combination.
And here's the second point why I like to go inside the restaurant. You get the cut. You say, okay, I want a large soda, right?
Mm-hmm.
They give you the cup for the soda,
Because
and
you
then you
got
go to the vending
dispensers.
machine. You go to the dispenser, and these places when you go to the drive-through, they fill this thing up with ice up to wazoo, man. You're
Yeah.
not paying for a large soda, you're paying for
You
ice.
want to know what's even better
I
about
don't
going
put
in
any ice
store?
in.
You want to know what's even better about going into the store?
What's
Not only
better?
do they have dispensers, they have the choose your own soda dispensers with the flavors.
Oh, you see, my McDonald's doesn't have that,
Oh,
but I could do that at Wawa,
yeah.
which is fine.
They have that. They have that like in the fast food chains that I'm
They
at,
have that at
and it's delicious
they have that
because
at Moe's.
I mean, yeah, sure you can order like a Coke in the drive-through, but it's like why not go for a cherry Coke or a
Yeah,
vanilla Coke? It's great. Eh,
lime and Coke.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's like it's been an hour 30. It's been pretty good. I have to go to the
Yeah, yeah.
bathroom, so I think I'm gonna
Okay.
end the part here.
All right, I'm gonna pour myself another cup of coffee.
Yeah, but before that, you gotta do this properly. Gotta end it properly. Gotta get in the festivities of everything. Gotta do everything.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say, if you liked it, do what you do. You can hit the dislike button if you didn't like it. You can type in the comment section how stupid Gildem is.
The dislike button is red,
Yeah,
and the like button is green, so it's Christmas either way.
it's Christmas either way. Also a whole bunch of links. You click them at your own disposal. Stuff in the description. Go to Chad's channel. I have a Twitter. Feel free to actually hit that up. I should probably link your blog on the energy drinks or something like that.
If you want, you
I
don't have to.
should. I should. Because, that was a topic that we talked about. Other than that, I guess all I can say is Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, because I guess I have to be,
Yes.
a little more
Happy.
sensitive.
Well, Hanukkah's over at this point, but
Yeah, but I
Kwanzaa's
mean,
coming up.
Kwanzaa, Ramadan, there's holidays.
Yes,
I only celebrate Christmas, unfortunately. I'm very insensitive.
it's not your fault.
I've been Americanized.
All right. Happy Christmas
Happy
and other holidays.
Happy holiday, miss. Kwanzaa,
Yeah.
Hanukkah,
Christmas,
Ram,
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, as they
Dawn.
used to say in the 90s. Yeah.
Christmas,
Oh, yeah. I
Hanukkah.
forgot the Dawn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever.
Yeah,
Happy
as they
life.
said in the early. Happy, happy.
Happy.